What up, world? It's your boy Sky, broadcasting live, doing a random video. This came off the top of my head. You know, honestly, all my videos, for real, like come off just like spontaneously. I'm a spontaneous Aries. You know what I'm saying? And I just do it spontaneously. Anyway, it's like the thing I'll mention was just like about college. I don't know why, like randomly, that was surfacing my mind, and like oh yeah, I guess we were talking about earlier in the day, something like that, some past stuff, whatever. I was sharing that with you know sharing that with a special someone. So, anyways, like I went to school to college for a little while, community college. You know what I mean? Did almost like spaced like 2 years there, and like I left because I mean, for one, I was doing like a lot, and I felt really overwhelmed. Like I was going to school full time, I was working a whole lot of hours. I was still, I was still working out, exercising. I was here attempting to have a love life, and I was partying, and just being young and everything, trying to have a social life too. And that's a lot on our plate, you know what I'm saying? Especially even before I was a vegan. And being a vegan adds so much extra energy to us, but this was even before I was a vegan, so I was a lot more draggy, slower, lethargic, heavy, stuff like that. And, you know, I just left, you know what I mean? And even now, like, I have a neutral stance on it, to be honest. Like, personally, I'm aware that it's a big business and it requires a lot of money to do so, you know. I remember I was accepted to many different universities, and many of the universities were just saying for me to go take out loans for $45,000. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's something that is, not for me. You know what I'm saying? To take out a loan for 45,000. It's just it doesn't make sense. It's not cool to slave away, taking out massive loans, just 45,000 for 1 year. So you add that up, you know, and obviously for whatever reason, God didn't want me to do that because I wasn't the type to be just getting all these insanely perfect scores on these SAT, ACT tests. Like I always struggled with that. Even when I did have these, I had prescribed from a psychologist, doctor, MD. You know what I'm saying? He has a legitimate practice here. You know what I'm saying? In Dallas. You know what I'm saying? In the office. And like I was on some of those pharmaceutical ADHD pills. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't like, you know, feeling it all the way. Obviously, I had it for, a segment of educational experience. You know what I'm saying? A decent amount of years, not too long. But I was in it for a little while, it helped me concentrate with the homework and everything, because all I wanted to do was just be free, you know, just be free. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to go to school. Well, I did for the experience and to learn and to go on field trips, be around other people, other around children, learn, interact and whatnot. And then at the same time, I was like, man, nobody trying to have homework. Like, I'll be cool with school if all it was just meditation and field trips and just recess and being outside and stuff like that. But it was just certain subjects I noticed, like, whenever it was like, I don't know, I struggle with like trigonometry and stuff like that. That's math stuff that like it's really complicated math stuff I was not good at all. The simple math stuff I'm good at, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, I'm good at that stuff. But the other stuff, man, dude, that just was not registering and connecting within me for many, 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 many years in my life. It just did not make no sense at all, no matter what. Tutors, parents. friends, classmates, teachers, ADHD pills, YouTube videos. It just isn't me, you know? I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying that's just, I focus on strengths, you know, for at least that type of stuff. But yeah, like I did that. I left the college, you know what I'm saying? Because it just wasn't for me, you know what I'm saying? Like in my head, this whole time I was thinking of how it's supposed to happen, thinking how it's supposed to happen over and over again, and it never happened, you know what I mean? And honestly, probably just isn't for me. At least for now, it's not. You know what I mean? I know it's just some old elders that go to community college, like 60s, 70s, 80s, and that's cool. You know what I mean? They just, you know, they're way off in their life. You know, you can always learn till throughout death, to be honest. And at the same time, you just gotta gather your bearings to figure out what you want to do. You know, for me, it's hundreds of thousands of different majors, and for me, it's just real hard to like just knock it down. I guess I don't know, but I chose just to do the basics, you know, and it was just overwhelming having to handle all that stuff, and I left. You know what I mean? It was a lot of money. Like I know they say, oh, get a scholarship, get a scholarship. I was applying here and like everywhere, you know, just doing what I possibly was able to do, but it just felt like I don't know. It felt like it wasn't for me, to be honest. So I'm led to here now. You know what I mean? And honestly, another deep realization I had is like, you know, to be real with y'all, school is school. You know what I'm saying? If it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not. You know, it doesn't define you as a person at all. There's plenty of extremely successful people who did not go to school at all. Actually, the inventor of this very device and the majority of devices out there that y'all watching on, Apple, MacBooks, Macintosh desktops, iPhones, iTouches, iPods, iPads, Steve Jobs left school. Same thing with Microsoft. Bill Gates left the school. And also, I'm pretty sure, I forgot, but I will even say, I'm pretty sure I read something about Mark Zuckerberg left school as well. And guess what? They're all left-handed, like your boy is left-handed. Your man, your man, you know, Sky, eternal authenticity guy, is left-handed. So there's probably a correlation with that, you know, with geniuses and whatnot. But yeah, like I just left because it's just like a lot going on. Me, ever since I was a baby. Even when I was a baby, my parents and even family and the real closest ones to me, loved ones, actual loved ones. I'm not talking about these random people that we don't even know, people from classmates and stuff like that. No, I'm talking about loved ones, you know, who saw me come into this world. Like they know that I've always been like a calm, sweet kind of guy. Like I've never been the type to want to fight. I've never been the type to want to cry and scream and yell and holler and everything. I've always been a calm, sweet angel, and that's true for personally for the unique, natural nature of the truest state, most natural state of me personally. Now, being in the city, there's traffic, adult responsibilities like bills, rent, stuff like that. That can add to our stress, you know, conflicts with like, just even relationship problems and stuff like that. Like, that obviously can add to it. We're not in a perfect world. I am saying though, like when we are at our most purest state, our purest form, when we're a baby, even no matter what kind of parents you have, still that's the most purest of whatever type of grade scale you want to give it. It's the most pure for any type of baby, no matter what the circumstances are. As soon as you come out in those first few years, first few months, weeks, days, obviously that's the most pure all of us will be. Well, that all of us start out as, you know. And then guess what? Time goes by, and some parents handle it well. You know, I'm gonna dive deep. Some parents handle it well. You know what I mean? Some parents they like the ones I have. They're very supportive. They even waited to have, a child. But they're supportive and whatnot. Like, they're there. They stay true. They stay together. But how many times in school do we hear about baby mama, baby daddy, baby mama, baby daddy, child support, jail, prison, all this just delinquent, hoodlum, hood rat type of behavior that's just so unattractive and so out of character. But it's passed on from the parents, to be honest with y'all, because their parents, you gotta understand where their parents are coming from. Their parents may not have given them love at all. They might have been so busy, even like not even in their life. Some people have lost their parents, died, from silly stuff or whatever. People have, their parents were just absent. They just left out their life. Some people, just they their parents weren't even like around. You know what I'm saying? They might have been so busy making money or working or whatever, hanging out, drinking. God knows what. It's all types of vibes out here, and they really have that attention. So their children think they gotta live a fast-paced lifestyle. Push everybody out the way, be a tough guy. All that type of stuff. And that's just not me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a intelligent one. You know, and I'm always learning daily. It's just I learned that a lot about this whole thing, and you know, I don't know if it is for you, if college is for you, let it be for you. If it's not, then it's not. It's always gonna be there. Well, it's, excuse me. It probably is always gonna be there. It's been there all my life, and I'm young. It's been there. Our parents' life. So it's there. It's just for me personally. We're just barely getting it by, barely, you know, financially, like keeping my head above water. You know what I'm saying? Barely, day by day. As of right now, no, it's not for me. College is not for me at all because keep in mind, look at what you're signing yourself into. Obviously, there's plenty of possibilities out there. But I'm just saying, like, okay, let's say you it's $45,000 for your first year at the university. That's a lot. Let's say you don't even have that at all. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, there might be financial aid that you can apply for and get that reduced. But of course, they never want to give me that as well. Never, 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 never. And people are getting jealous and mad because I was stating the truth about it. That I was saying my parents make too much or whatever, and people were getting really offended by what I was saying about that. But it's not even that serious. Y'all, a lot of y'all sold y'all soul anyway, so of course y'all gonna be mad. But anyways, ooh. But anyways, like it's like $45,000. So that's a big investment. You know what I'm saying? So obviously you're gonna have to work that off. However you do that, you gotta somehow come up with it. That's a lot of money. And also keep in mind that's probably a full load of classes. That's 4 or 5 classes. So that means you're gonna be going to at least 2 or 3 classes a day for the whole week. You know what I'm saying? For about an hour or two per class every day. You know, plus the homework, plus the studying, plus God knows if you're trying to work at the same time too, or you're gonna save it till you finish getting your degrees, and you're even more dug under deep in debt. You know, that's just something you have to consider. And I noticed a lot of my classmates, they were all some of them, they just were able to take. I guess they had it all figured out. Whatever, I don't know everybody's situation. Some people they were talking about, you know, they were taking out massive loans. You know what I'm saying? They're in debt. You know what I'm saying? Some people have financial aid and they did their thing. But I don't know everybody's story. I don't know everybody's personal details like that. I just heard what they shared with me. You know what I'm saying? Just for me, that $45,000, that's a lot. And I don't know, it doesn't really resonate with my soul to do something like that. Be $45,000 in debt, in the red. Like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. Especially for something that, like, I mean, yeah, you can. I mean, like, you can give a meaning, whatever meaning you want. It's just, for me, it's just, I love doing my own thing. I love being our own boss. You know what I'm saying? And like, just that whole thing doesn't make sense for me. You know, Sitting in the classroom, reading, all this stuff, like whatever. I know you can learn. It's just I learn through life, through nature, through all that stuff. And honestly, you can get it from being in college. You can get it without being in college. Like anybody can be successful. You know what I'm saying? We all truthfully have the capability to, be the hero of our own story. You know what I'm saying? For real, no matter what your upbringing is. And that's why Dr. Sabi inspired me the most because he didn't go to college or school at all. You know what I'm saying? Not even like high school or any of that stuff like that. But guess what? Somehow we found out about him. Somehow he's healing many, many people, millions, if not billions. Who knows? Not even, I'm talking about even without him, like, even without people buying their products. I'm just talking about the message, the word, the information. And even with the supplements and compounds too, and didn't even go to school, you know, and there's several more. So it's just whatever you make it, I guess. Honestly, just for me right now, I am work in progress on some big things. So that's that. It's your boy Sky, broadcasting live.